At Quinnipiac, we see more than a campus. We see a community built to ignite passions. We see more than a degree. We see the careers of tomorrow. We see more than a student. We see someone destined to make an impact.
This is the Seton Hall story, one that comes to life every day on our campus. This is the place where great minds discover, innovate, collaborate, and find their true calling. This is the place where passion has a purpose, where learning inspires leading. The bonds we make, the values we teach, inspire our community to take heart and take action. This is Seton Hall University. This is what great minds can do.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to EGFC. So sorry about the late start. We had a little bit of technical difficulties given Nintendo's wacky little netcode, but we are here with Seton Hall versus Quinnipiac University. We're just going to jump right into it. I believe we have Bowser versus Mr. Billy Shilly up first. So I think we're going to be maybe seeing Pokemon Trainer or Pikachu versus Bowser.
Yeah, Billy Shilly, a play that is very close and near to her heart. It's great. Billy Shilly plays Pichu that you mentioned, Telly, but also I've just been seeing a lot of Pokemon Trainer as well. And then also just having an Incineroar as well. So definitely a whole variety, a whole host of so many different characters that he could bust out in a moment's notice. But I won't be actually too familiar with who the player from Seton Hall plays.
Bowser plays Bowser.
Could have guessed. I could have made
Seton Hall is a school with all the Bowsers, Dara. They got lots of Bowsers.
Oh, that's them. Okay.
They got lots of them.
It's been a long day for us. We just came back from quite a bit of a long intermission, so we're about to getting back into the swing of things. Gotta re-energize myself. I gotta make sure I'm ready and excited to jump into the set just as you guys are. Hey gamers, I hope everybody is having a lovely day thus far. Hope everybody is keeping themselves nice and hydrated. I have a nice glass of water here because I forgot to wash my water bottle. But yeah, and it seems like we'll be getting right into it. Bowser and Billy Shilly.
We are going to be seeing Bowser versus Pokemon Trainer. This might be a tough one for Bowser, honestly. Pokemon Trainer, you just have pretty much your dedicated ultimate heavy slayer in all three of these characters. You've got Charizard that can contend a lot. You've got Squirtle with these devastatingly early percent combos right here. Ivysaur, which is so good at keeping Bowser off stage and raging Bowser out. And Billy Shilly just doing just that at the moment.
Yeah, and Billy Shilly just holding the shield and understanding the situation. Not going to be able to find it down here, but now Bowser just stuck in such a nasty position that is in the corner against the Ivysaur and gets the up smash out of shield as Bowser tries to commit to something else. Wow.
Yeah, Billy doing a fantastic job that first stock too on Bowser. Just classic, again, we got to see some SDI coming out of Bowser, just trying to get out of this vortex, but it's pretty much
you gotta try to go towards the edge of the stage. You gotta just keep on trying to, go to ledge or something, because either way, that's already 103 just from how many interactions? From one neutral win, and then everything else has just been option coverage in advantage state. Billy Shilly is just smothering Bowser right now, and that's gonna be another huge punish out of shield. Another up smash there. We've been talking about this all day, how Bowser's have been kind of getting away with just not, with how Bowser's are getting away with up being and down airing all over the place, when in reality it's just that minus on shield.
Yeah, it's that bad. You just have to have a little bit of patience. That's going to be game one going to Billy already. This is going to be a tough one for Seton Hall. Quinnipiac really has a ton of amazing players at their disposal that they're displaying this week. And they're looking to just cut him off early. That was a fantastic 3-stock coming out of Billy Shilly. Just really, really nice execution. It's tough to get such tight combo execution with Squirtle online, but on a character like Bowser, where the world is your playground in terms of comboing him, Billy did a great job of just kind of shutting down anything Bowser could do. I think Bowser needs to be a little less risky because they're getting whiff punished so much by Billy Shilly, and they're big punishes too. These are smash attacks. That is how minus Bowser is on shield. You really have to be very careful with what moves you decide to throw out. Up B should only really be done reactively if the opponent swings first.
It's definitely not particularly easy at all when you are fighting Squirtle, because he can do all of this from falling fair into grab. He can get a tilt into a grab. He can initiate it from a falling down and then get a grab. You have all these things that you really need to be wary of And going to a flat stage is a little bit tough because you don't even get the option of playing under the platforms to avoid those jump-ins. So it's a tough matchup. And Billy Shilly just seems to know his routes. He has them on deck. He knows, exactly how and when to execute things. That was how this matchup really can go, especially if you don't know what to look for from Squirtle. Bowser got bopped.
Yeah, it's, again, just a testament to how consistent Billy Shilly's punishment game is, but you gotta be a little restricted when you're playing Bowser. You gotta, or a little restrained, I should say. You use your safe aerials a little bit better, like max space forward air, but we're gonna have Bowser actually switching to Min Min, seeing if they could bail him out of this situation. It's tough. If you got a character that gets blown up for whiffing, Min Min is that character for sure as well. Of course, you can say a healthy mid-range, but off stage, you're gonna be finding yourselves hurting if you're not playing safe.
And there it is, the same
Squirtle.
combos, once again, just getting the low percent, but then this time around adjusting to the different weight, of course, not going for the good grabs, but instead just going for up air finishers. So really, what's key in this matchup is to be able to catch a lot of Pokemon trainer jumps, because they don't have nearly the best airspeed in the game. It's basically one of the biggest weaknesses as a character, and if you are able to jump in against Min Min, that is how you solve this matchup. But now Billy Shilly just has Bowser stuck at the ledge, gonna be looking, they rolled right in, but either way, Billy Shilly still finding the up smash. The next hit definitely will take it.
Billy just playing so patient, playing second beat, waiting for Bowser to really attack first. I feel like Bowser would be a lot better off if they would just wait for Billy to swing first. I mean, you could also keep Squirtle at a healthy mid-range with moves like Ram Ram, which is why I'm glad Bowser switched to that one in particular. But once Squirtle gets in, it's so devastating.
Yeah, for sure. This is already looking like Billy Shilly knows how to play the matchup, knows what to be looking for, and no idea what happened there, but Bowser just going to be able to get a grab out of disadvantage.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Okay. All right.
This is looking tough.
Wow.
This could be it right here. That's it. Oh my god. And there's a bit of a player gap there, I feel like, between, Quinnipiac, one of the strongest schools in this league this time around, and Billy showing why they're one of the best to do it. That was a really good edgeguard Squirtle, the perfect Pokemon to choose to get in. Bowser, I feel like, has to go back to the drawing board in terms of managing their disadvantage as well as managing their advantage a bit, because they were just getting punished for swinging first unsafely every single time.
They were not really able to execute the game plan with either of the characters, because it seemed like just like Billy Shilly knew how to optimize his routes. He got in there, then he was able to put him into disadvantage, and then he found his edge guards. This is exactly the biggest weakness of Min Min. Yeah, but do you not have a double jump here? What happened?
So
off stage.
Got sniped out. F tilt. Another F tilt.
And there's a double jump.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Oh, where are you going? You can't be using your double jump like that as Min Min. This is your most vital resource. This is what you need to be alive. Because all that Billy Shilly needed to do was just dip down there and poke you once, deny you from getting back onto the stage. It's all because of that one double jump loss. You gotta hold on to that thing as Min Min for your daily life. Your double jump is your lifeblood. You live and die by your double jump.
And I know we're 40 minutes late on the start of this, but Billy trying to put us back on schedule, apparently, with how fast that is. So we are waiting for Seton Hall's next two people coming through. It looks like they're sending in, Quinnipiac is going to be sending in Soul Cake Live.
As opposed to Soul Cake offline. But with that being said, we will be quickly cutting to a short little break as we do wait for the next set to be ready. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere quite yet. Hello, my little puck champs, and welcome back to, once again, Seton Hall going up against Quinnipiac University. We got Jimbo 2000 going up against Soul Cake Live. Sean 9S, Fan 9S, how you feeling about this one?
Feeling good. I feel like Seton Hall needs to really tighten it up a little bit. That was not a very good start for them. 8-0 is quite the deficit to be at already against a school like Quinnipiac, but we're going to be seeing if Jimbo 2000 has what it takes to bring this battle back already, but I'm still reeling after that first set. That was...
Yeah, no, they got schmicks to eyes. They got, you know...
They got
sauced, schmicks. Billy Shelley did a great job. Billy Shelley just showing how powerful of a school Quinnipiac can be, especially this season around. And have you seen this? We lost to Soul Cake, Baco, Mr. Purple, and Grit. These are all players that every single time that we do actually have the pleasure of seeing them go at it, they just keep doing their own thing, and they do an amazing job. So, we're going to be seeing Sonic Lucas. This is a little bit difficult.
Sir, you're playing. I guess they're good to go. I don't know if Jimbo thought this was a real crew battle and you had to wait for stocks or something like that, but either way, we're getting right into it. I feel like this is pretty good for Sonic. I feel like Sonic has all the tools to really rush down Lucas.
Yeah.
You know, Lucas, kind of a pseudo-zoner in certain aspects. You know, you've got Zaire and PK Fire to really keep opponents out, but...
Your goal is just to bait. Your goal as Lucas is just to bait these approaches so that you can get like a dash back punish with PK5, so that you can find like a double jump cancels there or something along those lines. And Jimbo is starting to find them here and there. The lay hit and back here actually going to be connecting. And really the challenge is how do you get back against Lucas onto the stage, because does he have a plethora of options?
All right.
Yeah?
All right, Soul Cake.
Oh, buddy.
All right, we are seeing the down smash that is the third hit, so it's not going to be the strongest hit of down smash, but that up B is going to be pretty good. This air dodge should be caught by this down smash, and it is. Really good edge guard from Jimbo right there. It all started because Soul Cake decided to hard commit to a fully charged up smash really early on.
But only getting the late hit of the back end, tries to track Jimbo all the way down and is going to be able to do so. A Soul Cake finds that last back air to even it back up, and that jump was so smart.
Oh my god, what a combo. Alright, though, it's pretty even so far. Both these two just trying to find their main opening. Jimbo trying to be as evasive as possible, at least with these landing PK fires. I think that is the best PK fire that Jimbo should be going for, is just landing PK fires. They're the most surefire way to stuff Sonic out when he is approaching you on the ground, because a lot of times Sonic won't really jump out of spin dash. You know, a lot of them will try to stay as grounded as possible off of it. Jimbo doing a pretty good job so far.
I love following up there from Lucas. It is so plus for absolutely no reason.
So
and you can convert it into so many different things. It is a little bit tricky to land, but if you can find it, you will definitely reap what you sow. But great landing, just being able to shield in time, but mashing out an F smash there, definitely not fast enough of a button. As Soul Cake just gets out of there. And gotta say, this is looking like anybody's game.
You can combine falling up air into more up airs, which is really goofy.
Yep. It's like Ness falling up air, except all falling up airs in this game, for whatever reason, are so unbelievably plus on hit.
That's true. All right, down tilt, F smash. You know, if the DI ain't ripe there, gonna be within the percent window for Jimbo to really get that stock off. And Jimbo's just been finishing his food a bit more. I feel like Soul Cake hasn't really been able to find the closers on these stocks just because of how well Jimbo has been doing with zoning. But of course, as I say that, the fat F smash is gonna rip, and now we're just as even as it gets right now.
And honestly, whiffing that homing attack there, not so bad, because Lucas definitely could just not get there in time with anything to be able to properly contest that up tilt. Not an option that you see often from Sonics in the slightest, but in the right hands, you can definitely get some stuff off of it.
Oh my. I think the advantage here is that Soul Cake is going to be able to get more substantial damage off of interactions. Lucas doesn't really have, like, unless you're super polished with your combo game as Lucas and you know how to hit those windows tightly, it's going to be very, very hard for you to outdo Sonic in terms of damage output per interaction.
Has the great idea with the F smash though, but you do need to step back just a little tiny bit so that you can cover those tech rolls in. Tries to go for another F smash, but gotta say Jimbo may be a little bit too greedy with some of those out of shield options. Down air could be so huge, you can loop it forever. Oh goodness.
If Soul Cake jumped there, I think that was game. But that's game right there, I think. No, not quite yet. Sonic F smash being a little weaker than I give it credit for, especially against a character as light as Lucas. That almost hit.
Just excellent spot dodge, counter down smash, and then there it is. the drop off forward. Really good stuff from Soul Kick, actually. But this was a pretty even game. I just feel like towards the end, Soul Kick like really knew how to sort of play in a range where Lucas can't really do much to contest them.
True. Really good runoff fair right there from Soul Cake. And man, that was a close game. Sonic's unflinching facial expression.
He has no emotion when he's doing that.
He's a murderer.
I feel like Sonic's emotion is like best described as just like a constant state of him going, heh. You know?
Yeah, basically.
He's a cool guy. You know?
Cool guy.
And he had like a cool guy face hitting that forward. He's like, heh.
But he's like the dweeb kind of cool guy. He's like, when I think of like a cool guy, I think of like the strong, silent type. Like Snake. Snake is a cool guy.
But Sonic is
Sonic
an
is a
anime
dweeb,
protagonist.
dude.
he is shown an anime protagonist. He's just like, I'm the speedster.
Look at how fast I am. Look at how cool I am. I'm so cool. I'm way past cool. Either way, Soul Cake going to be taking that first game. And now putting Quinnipiac in a very good position at this point. You know, you're up 9-0. Already just two sets in. If the next set after this goes well and this next game goes well for Soul Cake, Seton Hall is going to be knocking on death's door pretty early on into the series so far.
Yeah, no, the Quinnipiac is definitely like laying it on right now. They are doing a phenomenal job. They got this early lead, but this is looking such a doable set for Jimbo 2000. So let's see the kind of adjustments that they can make in this game too. Gonna be opting for small battlefield, which is honestly just like the last stage, but a little bit smaller.
Oh yeah. Okay. And we're just kind of seeing each other feel each other out. I'm just trying to see what kind of neutral these two are playing right now, and it seems like this is how this whole set is going to go. It's going to be very long and drawn out because both these characters kind of excel off of one hit and then reset neutral. One hit and then reset neutral. Like, we don't typically see too many long strings from either of these characters, unless you're super polished with Lucas's loops, which are incredibly hard to hit.
With Lucas, it's like all about finding those down tilts, those drag down airs, but I feel like Jimbo has just really not connected any of that thus far. And now Soul Kick could be getting that homing attack. Jimbo stuck in a nasty position, and that's the gun off fail. This should be the edge guard from here on out, but just somehow slipping past the spring. Either way, spot dodge, punish with the F smash. Lovely.
Sonic F smash is so crazy because like you think it's not safe, but the way Sonic reels back, it's actually perfect with punish tool. So you gotta be really careful when Sonics do that and kind of respect that range. Unless you can really overshoot out of shield, you should be very careful when trying to punish Sonic out of shield when he's rearing up for that F smash.
Getting the down throw, gonna be setting up that tech chase once again, and that time around Jimbo, you know what? Because of the fact that they missed the tech, it gave them a little bit of time to really think about the next option. So don't mind that at all.
And I like how Soul Cake isn't like taking their time off stage. They're trying to get back because Lucas is honestly at his strongest when he's edge guarding. He's got so many good tools to keep the opponent off stage and also to frame them. And I like that Soul Cake is just getting back as quickly as possible.
Okay, gonna be making it back on. Tries to find something, but I feel like it's such a low percent. That's an interesting tilt to opt for since you really can't get much out of it, but constantly just being gate kept by all these PK fighters, but finally gonna be making it back on, getting an up smash, which is Soul Cake is going through some interesting options at Zero, gotta say.
And Soul Cake doesn't really have to overcommit here, right? I mean, you're up 3 stocks to 1. You know, you're Sonic. You don't really have to push too much, but good grab right there by Jimbo, and that's gonna bring him right back into the game. Hey, Jimbo!
I was waiting to see how long it would take for you to do that. I was just like, yeah, I'm pretty impressed that you were able to hold out this long. This is
Looks like you triggered my kill throw, Jimbo.
Quit it. Cut it out, Sean.
I can't. Shout out to Hugh Neutron. Soul Cake, man. Just kind of giving the work to Jimbo right now. I mean, Jimbo's been taking too many straight hits.
Oh my goodness. Gonna be almost falling into that second one, but luckily gonna just be able to spring away to safety. And once again, Jimbo just connecting so many of these PK fighters. I really like Jimbo's decisions for these PK fighters because they're constantly opting for it in really safe ranges that they're just not getting punished for at all. They're getting away with pressing that button, and the more you press it, oh my god, what just happened? What was that? What was that slugfest?
That was an F smash.
F smash.
That was F smash. Look at how cool I am. Did you know that
Right?
Sonic's eyes
He's an
connect with
anime
each other?
protag. He's
He
a
has
shonen
two
anime
eyes
protag.
with two pupils, but his entire forehead connects with itself. He has
Piece of
one
cake.
eye with two eyes inside of it. Like when he blinks, he doesn't blink with just one eye. He blinks with both. It's weird.
Like
I
Sonic's
like it.
taking a test in school. After he like submits it, he's like, "Hey, you don't match for the speedster."
Number 3 was, I had no clue what the answer was, but I picked B.
Yeah. With like a thumbs up the whole time.
Yeah! He just runs out of the classroom. Either way,
He charges it up a little bit and plays like smell you later. Gets out of there.
Boom! Poor Lucas, his jaw's gone after that, bro. Lucas is like a definitely like broken or
His
dislocated
shoulder.
jaw.
Sean, look at his shoulder. Look at his shoulder. That's the Mamma Mia. That's the pizza delivery.
Mamma mia!
Wait, Devin, I want to see it again. I want to see it again, please. Please, I'm begging you. I need to see this one again.
A lot of attitude for a kid with no pupils.
What is that? Give him his
Actually, he's
pupils
all
back.
pupil. He's got no what?
Yeah,
Iris
yeah.
is what it's called.
Look at the
Ooh.
hand.
Do the stanky leg.
Oh,
Hey,
Mamma Mia.
I'd be hitting that move in the club sometime. What is
Devin,
this?
can you draw? Devin,
What
can you draw a little
analysis
pizza
can
on his
be?
hand? Can you please draw a little pizza on his hand?
Got a little pizza. Yeah, draw a little pizza on his hand, Devin. Make him serve it a pizza.
Make it a
Yes,
pizza. Yeah, woo!
He's serving a
baby.
pizza. Ah, yeah.
Little. That's a sauce layer. That's a sauce layer.
Okay,
Little
we got some
mozzarella
cheese on there. Okay, a little bit. I'd eat that. Little bit of permission on there. Okay, are those olives? Get them out of here.
You were
Get the
making a
pizza outta
perfectly
there.
good margarita pizza, and then you added black olives to
We
it.
added black olive.
Why? Why, Devin?
Okay, we're seeing
There was so much happening. Oh, is that basil? That is
lettuce or basil, perhaps. I don't know.
I
It's
wouldn't
lettuce
put-
on pizza. I don't know. Green peppers. Just
green peppers. Okay.
He making the pizza. Anyway,
Listen,
and
we're
he can-
professional commentators.
we're gonna go to a break while we get. Never mind. I'm being told. Never mind. Whatever. We might be getting right back into it. Either way, Quinnipiac looking up pretty good right now. One more set for them should be able to see out this entire series, and they're looking to hit this 80% speedrun record. We are getting right back into it. So we got Baco versus I don't know. I don't know who this young lady played.
We got Baco going up against, I say Isaiah Zapad for a little bit of time myself.
Blobman. Oh, it's Blobman. Okay.
Yeah.
Baco versus Blobman. This matchup,
Yep.
I think Young Link actually doesn't have too bad of a time. It's just the fact that
Offstage.
Shulk has such a
Offstage,
powerful mid-range, and edge guarding for Shulk is as easy as 1, 2, 3 on Young Link.
And Young Link's biggest flaw as a character is actually getting back onto the stage because now you're done. You're done.
Okay.
Oh,
Could have gone
no.
for a reverse up B right there, actually, to keep the edge guard going. And
Yeah.
really give Blobman no jump there, but Baco kind of just going for the down air, going for it all.
Oh, and that time around it could be actually telegraphing it properly, almost getting it down into the up air. I've never seen anything quite like it in my life, and thankfully I didn't because it didn't connect into itself.
Oh my god, but Baco. 3 stocks to 1 versus Blobman right now. This is scary. This is very, very scary stuff right here.
Ooh, almost finding that falling forward and getting Bloodman. How did this happen? How are they on the last stock?
All right, one more forward
Oh,
air.
see ya.
That's it. That's game. No bomb, no nothing. Baco taking it with 3 stock. We're moving quick. We're getting snappy with it now.
Listen, we were 40 minutes behind.
Time gap.
Quinnipiac University pulled up and said, hey, I got you. We care about our commentators. We care about the production staff back home because they are going at it. They are... they're good at this game.
They're good. They got it. They got this juice. They got the sauce. Wow, Quinnipiac just has a star-studded cast of players, man. Kind of crazy. What, Dara?
They're good. They're really good at this
I
game.
thought you were gonna hit me with the interesting how you use man there bit. Every time I
No,
call
shoot.
Dara man, she's like, interesting how you say man there.
It's so funny. It is the funniest thing. Anytime somebody's like innocuously just like calls me like bro, dude, I'm like, oh, interesting. No, go into it. Go into
such
it.
a dork.
Seeing people squirm, seeing people actually squirm like that is the funniest thing ever.
I won't budge.
Yeah, gotta say, it's nice being trans. Anyways, game number 2. We got Shulk going up against Hugo. I like the switch, honestly, but a lot of it is just, like, honestly, like, not being overwhelmed by Shulk and knowing what does he look for in these situations. What does he look for out of these jump-ins? What does he want?
Still, though, you've got some zoning tools in Hero in terms of spell usage. You have at least an option to keep your opponent at bay mid-range that isn't a projectile in Hero side B. But right now, Bako still kind of going nuts right now on Blobman, as Blobman's kind of struggling to get back. I love that. I love doing that. Just guess.
Oh my goodness.
If
and
someone
Bako just sat there, held it, charged it. It was like, yeah, buddy, you'll fall into this, I suppose. Oh my goodness.
Quinnipiac is not playing around this series. They want this dub bad. They want to be done with it. Blobman's gonna have to start finding some answers, but again, Bako has been such a menace in terms of ledge trapping and also just keeping the opponent in disadvantage the entire time. Bako has just had such a good understanding of keeping Blobman at mid-range with that sword, with the Monato's range.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think about like what Blobman could really be doing better for themselves to like help them get like a little bit of footing. But the biggest thing is like knowing what Bako is looking for. Bako is constantly jumping in. So the biggest thing is... Wow. Yeah, they just fell into it. But the biggest thing that, like, against Shulk is, okay, you know that he wants to jump in. You know that he wants a falling fair, falling neutrally. You got to get up there with an up tilt. As Hero, you have one of the best anti-areas in the game. You got to go into it through rising area. Or you got to stop giving up so much stage control so that you can reposition yourself. And going for the up B there instead of just trying to roll for the zoom. Like, again, another huge, huge misplay.
I feel like you can also drift forward there. There's like quite an impressive amount of height that Hero can get off of the full up B if you charge it all the way. But Bako going to be sealing this series out with a double 3 stock, and this is insurmountable at this point for Seton Hall. They're just kind of playing for points at this point to keep them their points up in terms of playoffs. Oh, that was so tragic. I think there could have been also saving your double jump, so crucial against Shulk. You don't really want to give it up. Not looking for zoom there. I think you have a higher % chance of getting zoom off stage or something like that. Yeah. So kind of scary, but Bako closing it out with relative ease, and
yeah.
That was kind of wild.
That's already it for Quinnipiac. You know, that means they already got the WW basically. Actually, I lied. If Seton Hall wants to be able to make this one back. Oh, no. I did lie twice.
It's beyond insurmountable.
It is 21 to... yeah. That being said, we're going to quickly cut to a little tiny break as we do wait for the next players to fill on in. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. See you soon. Hello, my little puck champs, and welcome back to Quinnipiac University going up against Seton Hall. We got Storm Giant representing Quinnipiac going up against the one and the only G-Man.
G-Man.
So this is actually a bit of a substitute because I do believe up until now from Quinnipiac University, like this is where Mr. Purple would jump on in, but we don't see them.
They already won the series, so I'm assuming Quinnipiac is either exploring the depth of their roster or just giving some of their other players more time to play, which is really cool. It's really cool to see. And yeah, forgot who G-Man plays, unfortunately, but hopefully Seton Hall can at least get some points on the board for themselves and avoid a complete shutout right here from Quinnipiac.
Yeah, this is, I mean, they've already started it off so strong. Billy Shelley just, asserting such a dominant lead with Pokemon training.
Oh, yeah.
In that first match that we saw. Soul Kick Jimbo has been the closest set that we've seen thus far, but still taking it to, Baco, Blobman was an absolute wash as well. So we'll see how Storm Giant goes up against G-Man. So without trying to make many false predictions, this is DDD Falco. This is one of the most difficult matchups that you can have as DDD, and your game plan is basically going to be, hey, how can I actually get Falco off stage? How can I outgo him?
This DDD skin is also raw. I don't know why more people don't play this DDD skin.
I like the grayscale one. I like the black and white one.
In this kind of.
You look like a penguin, Sean.
All right. Well,
I'm kidding, Sean. I don't mean that. I don't even know what that entails.
It was a little rude, to be honest. What kind of penguin? Like an emperor penguin?
Yeah, an emperor penguin.
Regular
Because you're the king. Because you're the king, Sean.
Right, Dara. Storm Giant's going for it. Also, G-Man has found themselves off stage a couple of times already, and Storm Giant just doing so well. Kind of to conquer. Ooh, that was good.
Okay, just planting their feet there, but just jumping right into the corridor of Storm Giant was just able to keep themselves safe on the way back up. Maybe trying to go for like a bit of a pivot grab there, but G-Man still found it first anyways, and just finding all these whiff punishes on Storm Giant. It's, I don't know, I feel like both of them are just getting like a lot of one-off hits.
Storm Giant going for also a lot of high committal options already against G-Man. I feel like they should really reel it in with the smash attack. Maybe to opt to use more Gordo. It doesn't seem like G-Man has become privy on reflecting the Gordo just yet, but we are going to see the little ground pound right there from the up B come out, and that's going to be the first stock for Storm Giant.
Oh goodness, just rolling in like that. So Suppress at the side B. Hitbox was still active enough, but the back is going to be able to do it. And now we're back at completely even. So what I'd like to see from G-Man is like really getting into with like a bunch of up tilts, a lot of drag downs, because there is so little that DDD can actually do to contest that. But G-Man has just not been finding a lot of it.
All right, Storm Giant trying
to vibe check. Is it going to be a down tilt?
Vibe check. All right. I like the laser right there. Pretty much the most non-committal way to punish DDD right there. Yeah, Storm Giant's picking a lot of really like laggy options to punish here. Just trying to get the stocks off by using the biggest move, but DDD needs a little bit more prep time than that. You need your Gordos, you can go for edge guards. Like this character's mostly reliant on the range that DDD has, not really for the big slow moves the character has. Those are just bonus points.
Making it back onto the stage, just being a little bit patient at the ledge, but then still falls into that falling back. Storm Giant has to be aware of what Falco is looking for when his back is facing towards you and trying to ledge trap.
Very interesting up B from Storm Giant right there. I feel like they're not setting up for ledge traps with Gordo too much. They're just kind of either firing them out or... Also these overshoots on the ledge. I feel like G-Man is starting to catch on to Storm Giant. Not really throwing out too safe of moves.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
And finds the downer that actually wasn't even a spike. I just believe it just sent out a stage spike. I want to see that replay on that a little bit because that was a pretty interesting interaction.
A little sour spot. A little sour spot. You got the little stage spike that's at an outward angle. An outward angle you see too often from it, but one nonetheless.
Waiting a little bit on that up B, but now has to find a way to be able to make it back onto the stage. That down tilt is going to be huge, and Storm Giant wanted to go for it all, it seems. Up.
And Storm Giant is very consistent with trying to go for these dash attack kills, but G-Man kind of recovering high and just moving past it. I feel like G-Man needs to get their startup hit, though. They're finding themselves really far out right here. The down tilt. That was wild.
And found the dash attack there as a finisher. Storm Giant still going to be taking it with 2 stocks to their name.
I feel like one thing G-Man could do a little bit better is just hard punishing Storm Giant. There are a lot of overcommittals right there, but kind of just respected it a little too much and ended up getting hit with... DDD is going to kill pretty early on average, just given how big he is and how hard he swings. So the strength there for Falco is his punish game.
Yeah, Falco is all about his punish. It's all about his advantage state. It's all about finding an up tilt. It's all about finding a drag down neutral air, drag down forward air, finding like a down throw. Stuff like falling up air, falling down air. And it seems like those were none of the hits that G-Man actually ended up connecting. Ended up going for like a lot of dash attacks. And, I'm so sorry, I completely missed that. I do want to see that again. Thank you, Devin.
Thank you.
Yeah, just a bonk.
Boonk. That was really funny.
Wait, right, Devin. A new replay tool could be something that replays it like a couple of times once in slow motion before the finisher. Like a really dramatic thing. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
You just click a button and it wow, that'd be so cool, actually. And it would have like a zoom, it'd be like a triple replay with like a zoom in on DDD's face, a zoom in on Falco's face, and then just like poosh, explodes. That'd be so funny.
Either way, though, still the lead grows ever so larger for Quinnipiac as G-Man needs to get some points on the board. Someone at Seton Hall needs to win one of these sets. This is looking scary right now.
Yeah.
They're on the verge of a complete and utter shutout.
You gotta... So, G-Man is, getting, a good amount of wins in neutral, but really the biggest thing that it always boils down to is knowing your win condition. Right? This is DDD, this is Falco. As Falco, you really don't have to worry too much about... You don't really have to worry too much about, Quota, because you can kind of reflect it really easily. And you just advantage it, especially on a fast-falling heavyweight.
Oh my god. Jet Hammer? Yes.
Gotta add a couple of spins. There is a way to actually get a true punish. There is a way to get a kill at any percent. And it is if you do a spaced, up-angled Gordo, you can combo it into an up-B spike.
That's right.
But that's hard to execute. I've never gone through that a day in my life.
It's very difficult probably to hit, but doable for sure. Still though, Storm Giant finding a really good amount of damage off that Jet Hammer. Ooh yeah, laser, just enough knockback and damage onto Gordo to knock it back.
Excellent music choice, by the way. Having Megalovania play this is really fun.
Very cool. Big
This should be it right here, but tries to go for the inhaled Gordo. I like the idea from Storm Giant. Just playing back a little tiny bit. That should have been like an up smash, really a back throw, a down throw, anything. I felt like that could have been a huge punish for Storm Giant. Whoa.
The up tilt actually going to be taking G-Man off the top right here. So yeah, Storm Giant really just having longevity in his stocks. I feel like G-Man hasn't been able to find consistent punish game, which is what Falco really needs. Falco's combos are everything to him. I do like that down throw
Just jumping a little bit, trying to be really patient with it. I like the idea, but obviously just leaving themselves super vulnerable, not going through any air dodges or buttons there. So basically a big old sitting duck for the G-Man to go out there and spike, but letting him have it.
Oh my! Getting the sour spot of that dash attack actually. Ooh, not gonna get the stage spike there. I thought we were gonna see like a 2-frame attempt through ledge right there. Really good tool for DDD to use, honestly.
And again, maybe a little bit too soon with some of these dash attacks. I like the attempt, but you just got to make sure that you're reacting to the startup of Falco's up B before you do it. That's why having tech to do instant dash attacks is really, really important so that you don't always have to get that running start. Oh, that nearly could have been an up air or a back air at that point, I believe.
Yeah, falling there to back air, pretty good combo right there. But Storm Giant not needing another kill off the up tilt right there. G-Man finding himself on his last legs right now, so do or die right now, honestly.
And honestly, there's not a whole lot that DDD can do to contest laser pressure, especially from under a platform like that. Almost finding that second dash attack, which could have definitely been game. You see? Oh, huh. Typically that knocks it back. Is it because it was staled and it didn't do enough? Why did that happen?
I don't know.
I wonder if we can get a replay on that by any chance. But
You can also inhale laser. Like, laser?
you can, but the fact that Falco is like constantly putting out more than one, it will almost never do you any good because you'll still end up getting hit by it.
Oh. Actually, re-hitting Storm Giant right here, but looking pretty good on the edge guard for Storm Giant.
Yep.
You see the dash tech once again, just been the bread and butter to finish off these games right here for Storm Giant. And Quinnipiac's lead is going to grow even further past that. Just didn't seem like G-Man had answers to the pressure Storm Giant was applying, and didn't really push their advantage as far as they could have, honestly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This was really, really well played on behalf of Storm Giant. They were just able to get those kills at the ledge. As DDD up against Falco, there was really not a whole lot more that you could ask for, honestly. Doop. Such a funny way to get that KO, too.
It was funny. Just a goofy, wacky, fun time with DDD on the screen, honestly.
It's never not a goofy time with DDD on the screen. Like,
Right,
look at him. Look at him. He just plops on you. He glomps you.
No, he falls
He's so
flat on his
cute.
face. My man is late to math class or something.
DDD is adorable. I don't know why. That animation is so cute. But yeah, gamers, with that being said, we only have one set left over for Seton Hall going up against Quinnipiac. So we'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes when we do have that ready for y'all. So stay tuned. Shut up and... Gamers, hello and welcome back to Seton Hall, going up against Quinnipiac. So, Quinnipiac 27-0, they've already long won this set. But now we have TJ Buff representing Quinnipiac going up against Noah from Seton Hall. So we're going to be seeing Megman Bowser, another matchup that we saw a little bit earlier today. You really got to rely less on pellets and more on just like finding those edge guards on Bowser.
It's true, but I like already how TJ Buff has been approaching this thus far. Just throwing projectiles, trying to chip out. Really unfortunate clank right there on Bowser's mouth for TJ Buff, but I already like it. TJ Buff doing a really good job. You just gotta keep chipping away at Bowser until you can get that grab, until you can get that offstage interaction. And Noah has chosen his initiation tool, which has been flamethrower.
We're going to be getting the up. He tries to get a jump call out there. Noah controlling the stage so well, and TJ Buff off stage with no double jump. Not going to be able to make it back on. A little bit unfortunate.
Very, very tragic right there for TJ Buff. So I feel like they had a good opener. Just kind of maybe a little bit of spaghetti towards the end there. There are some wacky interactions that can happen in this game, but this is Seton Hall's opportunity to get a point on the board now. Noah does have a decently sized lead right now, and only one good edge guard from TJ Buff is going to really seal it out, but Noah looking to extend that lead here.
Yeah, and Seton Hall, by the way, for the first time, that's going to be Seton holding any kind of lead over Quinnipiac right now. So really, really good stuff to them. Let's see the kind of adjustments that TJ Buff is going to make that they need just to be able to keep up with this. But we're going to be looking for this kill and finds the up tilt. Down air has a tremendous amount of end lag, so gotta make sure to punish it.
Good up smash on reaction right there from Noah. That was a really, or maybe a good read from the ledge get up. Either way, the move has multi-purpose. It can catch neutral, get up really well, can catch roll really well. You can even catch jump if the jump is too short directly in front of Bowser. So that was a good option Noah picked right there.
Gonna be getting a Metal Blade, just gonna be zoning out Bowser a little tiny bit, and I honestly do not mind it because Noah is effectively being kept out, not finding any of these hits. I feel like that could have been a huge whip punish. That could have been like a dash grab on reaction, but TJ Buff maybe just not ready, like emotionally, to go for it.
Emotionally.
Sometimes
I'm not ready to open myself up to this option.
Yeah, I've been punished for it a lot before in the past.
Got a little bit of trauma pertaining to this particular option, so I think I'll opt for a different one.
Oh, jeez.
Either way, though, Noah extending this lead really nicely at 93. Pretty generous percent. Oh my god, good jab block right there by Noah.
Oh my goodness, and all this damage is piling on up and has to find a way to be able to land so aggressively. Gonna be properly punishing Bowser for that kind of down smash. I like the idea for the option coverage, but down smash is so laggy.
Oh yeah. Okay, TJ Buff trying to find this edge guard. That was an incredible up B by Noah right there, but a little less incredible of hanging onto the ledge right there. The man did the hard part. I think he accidentally hit down on his controller.
Ooh, tries to find one of those falling neutral agents back using something at this point. Noah can definitely take it with just like one good side B at this point, and they're fishing for the falling nail. They find a falling nail, it's going to be a back air, or they're looking for a back air straight, anything.
I don't blame Bowser players for constantly...
No! What happened? What did you press?
I think there was another release from ledge right there. TJ Buff actually going to sneak that game one right from under everyone's noses. So this is a potential full shutout for Quinnipiac. I don't know what happened. I think a button was pressed. Made it back to ledge.
Let me see.
Invincibility, and
they dropped down.
They dropped down.
They dropping down out here.
Why? You had the invincibility. That wouldn't have hit.
You know how to do all that.
You could even get up attack. You could have rolled.
And you know how big Bowser's get up attack is? That thing is huge. Massive, even.
He did. Good attempt on TJ Buff, though, to go for that.
Well, you can like see the whites of his eyes, too. That's how much pain that he took. His eyes rolled back.
Bowser's been killed, like, pretty hard. Like, he's been boiled in lava, blasted off, straight up just slumped. Depending on the Olympic game he's participating in. Bowser has it rough. All he wants to do is just kidnap Peach. Is that so bad? Is that so wrong?
Huh. Yeah. You caught me like not paying attention for a second. I'm like, did you just say what I think you said? Yeah, I would dare say that it is quite morally
Kidnapping's
questionable.
probably a crime.
This was just an unfortunate SD.
This was an oopsie.
They tried to do like a drop down.
Yeah.
Wait.
They burned
Why
double
did they
jump
fall
there.
off? No. Why did they fall off the stage? That's my question. Because they should have landed. They interacted with the stage. Why did they slide off?
Bowser.
Wait, pause.
No way. I think too much of Bowser was still off stage for Bowser to be firmly planted down. Either way, going into Smashville, which I think is a good stage for Bowser. I think I should really actually stop counterpicking Bowser here as a counterpick. He's just so good on this stage. He's really big. Short hop fair captures so much, and we saw this earlier too. I believe the set actually went the way of Majestic at time around, but this is a good counterpick for Bowser, so people gotta definitely watch out.
Aji's not trying to find a way to be able to land here, but TJ Buff. Wait, hold on. Who is who?
TJ Buff is Mega Man, Noah is Bowser.
Okay. Yeah, I
They
think they
swapped
swapped.
places, I believe.
Okay, just double checking there.
Because they do also have had the same tags for this entire time since they've been playing on the same Switch this entire time. Either way, they're looking a lot better this time around for Noah. Once again, we just can't see any SDs. I think that's the biggest part here, is not giving TJ Buff these edge guards or these early stocks for no reason.
Yeah.
Noah was winning.
They're both opting to play this so patiently, and look how much Noah's just pressuring by jumping in like that. TJ Buff going to be looking for a way to be able to get off the ledge. That could be a huge punish. That leaf shield, though. Oh, no.
Could have been a back air, but I actually agree with the leaf shield. I think it was a safe way to land. This should be an F smash punish or a Shoryuken coming out right there from TJ Buff. And it's a pretty early lead we got right now. Oh my god, no punish on that! You gotta punish those! That was crazy.
Ooh, getting that jab 1-2 is what I would like to call it double lemon. That's the double lemon.
Double lemon.
Double lemon.
I'll have extra lemon today. Still, the TJ Buff looking really good this game. Like, as opposed to last game, they were having a bit of struggles, I feel like, killing Noah or winning neutral, but they've been doing a fine job of this time around, except they just exploded right there. Jesus.
We're going to be looking for something from the Metal Blade, and Noah surprisingly not finding that big of a whiff punish off of it. Only going to be trading as a result. I feel like a lot of TJ Buff's interactions have just been like him jumping backwards and then catching Noah dashing in while pressing a button that they really shouldn't. Just like a lot of reactive play from those full hops. I need to see some jump callouts from Noah. Like again, look how much TJ Buff is just getting away with jumping. Just gonna full hop in again, right?
It's true.
And just never punished for it.
Ooh boy. Okay, I'm surprised we haven't seen any F smashes come up from TJ Buff. I feel like they'd be a good mix-up to ledge trapping right here on Noah, but tried to go for, I think that was like a running up tilt after the Metal Blade came out. That was so weird.
Oh no, trying to go for the down air and finds the follow-up off of the side B, helping out TJ Buff, saying, hey buddy, I got you. Do not worry. I'll help you follow up off of this one. And
Yeah, nice little alley-oop right there coming out of TJ Buff. And TJ Buff potentially on the cusp of making this an absolute shutout for Quinnipiac. No games at all being won from Seton Hall. Noah has to really make some sort of adjustment here, really find their way in, because they're getting kind of walled out right now.
Dashing back, and now this is looking like a really good lead for TJ Buff right now, but the side B actually going to be not helping out TJ Buff in that instance, as it just going to give Noah an opportunity to be able to reset here, but look at all of this damage. It is piling on.
Oh boy. Alrighty. TJ Buff looking good. One more good back air or...
It was that F smash you talked about, by the way.
Yeah, there you go. It's really good at these percents too, because even light F smash might kill Bowser. Like, look at how much knockback that does.
Yeah, just knock him across the stage. I like these high recoveries because they're always intercepting TJ Buff. TJ Buff keeps wanting to catch him, but just does not compensate the right space. And now this is Bowser on his last stock. This is kind of doable because Bowser has the ability to we do a little tomfoolery.
I was going to say one more back air should seal it out for TJ Buff, but no, we see the downer coming out, and that is going to be the full shutout right there. Quinnipiac winning handedly. TJ Buff really taking the lemons that they received game one and making lemonade out of them. That was really, really good right there. Taking that first game in stride, and then the second game just completely outplaying Noah. That was so good.
Bowser is upside down. It's like somebody stomped on a shell. Oh no.
We somehow made our time also. 9:30 is when the last block is supposed to start, and we somehow made that despite almost being an hour late in terms just because of the technical difficulties. But this was a fun time.
Yeah,
really
shout out
good
to
stuff
Quinnipiac University for just making this as quick as possible for us because we were able to get back onto schedule, onto track because of them. That's going to be a complete shutout on their behalf. I believe that means they took it. Gosh, how much was this? How big of a lead was this? It was big, wasn't it? 31-0. Wow. 31-0. That's high. That's a lot. That's quite a bit.
That's a lot right there.
Yeah, that's a lot of points on a blue. But we are going to be quickly finding out if we will be doing an interview with Quinnipiac University. Thank you so much, and congrats to Quinnipiac for being able to take this game. And we'll jump back in a couple of minutes while we figure that out. Hello, my little pog champs, and welcome back. We got here Quinnipiac University. We got the two representatives of Quinnipiac University. We got, first up, Storm Giant and TJ Buff. I figured out what you guys were doing. I'm so glad that I was able to bounce off of you. Amazing. That was awesome. Love it. How are you guys doing today?
Doing amazing. Doing great. We're so happy we got our first win of the season.
Hey, let's go. So this is the first time you guys were put in for the roster this season in terms to play sets?
Yep.
Do you guys feel like you should be put in more often?
I mean, we both won.
There you go. you did both win. You also didn't drop a game. Nobody today on the team dropped a game. Like,
it felt fantastic to see that entire thing happen.
So I'm going to give you guys each of the same question. I'm going to get you guys to answer it because I have not seen you guys great up until now because this was your debut performance. So what is your competitive experience like going up into this? Is this the first time or do you guys have some other Smash experience? What are your Smash histories?
Personally, for me, actually, this is my first ever appearance. So it was a little bit nerve-wracking, but at the same time, it was great to play. And honestly, fantastic experience overall.
Nice. And how about you, TJ Buff?
I've done esports back in my high school for my senior year. Pretty good experience, but to be fair, I'm enjoying this experience a lot more since we're in person, and I actually do this league is better than my high school league, and I've been having a lot more fun over here.
Word. So in terms of what do you think was the X factor today for you guys to completely shut them out? Like, why do you think you just completely destroyed Seton Hall today?
Complete and utter booyah.
Definitely. It really helped us out.
Would you say that playing all the other stacked people at Quinnipiac has been helping you guys improve, just as two people who are traditionally not typically put in on the main roster? Do you think you guys have been improving a lot from playing other players like Billy Shilly, Baco, Soulcake?
Oh yeah, actually, I played against Billy a lot because he actually helped me practice against Falco. Extremely helpful for today's matchup. And everyone else has also been fantastic.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm just trying to think. So, moving forward in the season, what do you two each feel like is what was really winning you this set? What is something that you feel like each of you bring to the table, and what is something that you feel like each of you individually could work on for the next time you make an appearance?
I feel like they deliver a lot to the table.
Wait, I am so sorry. I cannot hear you in the slightest.
Will you quiet the room, please?
That's right. You tell him. Anyways, TJ Buff, go ahead, please.
I think we both can deliver a lot to the table, especially this. We both play two pretty good characters. I feel like you're in the team, help out in this roster, and I definitely will keep on practicing, keep on doing great work. I feel like we'll do great in the future.
Nice. And how about you, Storm Giant?
Oh, I know that at least I play a very far off main, off meta character, as well as the fact that Boonier.
So true.
It just helps out so much.
What is Boonier? Because I saw the tag, but I didn't understand the bit at all.
Classified information.
It's classified. Okay, so it's like a Quinnipiac insider. Okay, either way, congratulations to you guys for another win. Long live QU Boonier.
Yes, sir!
There you go.
Awesome.
All right, yeah, we'll be seeing you guys hopefully next week for more action and more W's. That's gonna be it for this little block today, guys. Have a great rest of your day.
Awesome. Wait, did we get a replay? Did we just get a replay, Cam?
I need the guy almost falling over. I don't
know who that was in the back, but they dabbed. Anyways, thank you so much to Quinnipiac for being able to stop by and give us an interview. And we hope everybody has a lovely rest of the evening from Quinnipiac. But for everybody else, there is no sleep.
We got one
Brooklyn.
more.
Yeah, we got South Alabama going up against Manhattan College coming up next. So don't go anywhere quite yet. We'll see you guys in a couple of minutes.